8, 2010, Radnor Township Design Review Board. We have 6 items on the agenda tonight. A couple of things, if you could turn off your cell phones, we'd appreciate it. And when you speak, please speak into the microphone at the lectern. This is on the local access TV. And if you have drawings, put them on the table here. There's a camera that'll put them on the big screen, and plus at home. So the first is a continuation from August. This is DRB-10-30 National Penn Bank at 373 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne. Good evening.
Hi.
My name is Richard Crawford, and I'm project manager with Bartouche Signs. We're located in Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania, which is near Pottsville. And the bank asked me to come tonight and appear before the Design Review Board to explain the proposal. Do you all have the packet?
I'm at a loss because I left mine in my
It was
old one.
continued from the last meeting, right?
Okay.
So
I overheard that, so.
I know.
Yeah, thank you. You have something you can put on the board there for us?
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks.
great.
Matt to the rescue. But, oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay.
So if I put these
Thank
on this
you.
table here, all 7 pages, they'll.
Yeah, if you could just walk us through
No, I know where.
one by one, and then we'll come back, I guess, to the various pieces. So you're saying, I'm sorry, there's 7 pages or 7 signs?
There's 4 signs.
Okay,
I
It's the
believe
farmer's
there's
market, right?
9 pages.
okay. All right, so you want to start on the wall sign above the entrance?
Yeah, they're going into an existing empty space in the Stratford Shopping Center. If you're facing the center, it's to the right. And this first page shows, number 1 indicates the building itself. And then number 2, there's an existing outbuilding
Right,
with an ATM drive-through.
yep,
So we're going to deal with both.
okay.
I have marked sign 1A would be the sign that goes on the front directly.
Okay,
There's an existing panel there that was used by Wachovia, I believe, before. You can see the old mounting holes.
Yep.
We're proposing to resurface that panel and then install individual channel letters on that
okay,
panel. And that design shows the layout.
okay. So resurface a whole new metal front
Yes,
to get rid of all the original holes.
right.
And then this is internally illuminated?
Yes, LED illumination. The letters are white. You see the little T exhibit there. The sides are bronze as well.
Jim, is that pediment there, or is that new?
I think it is, isn't it? Is the little gable there above the sign
Yes,
existing?
yes.
I'm sorry, what were you saying about the sides?
The returns are Duronatic bronze.
The returns of the box or the returns of the letters?
Oh, the
Hey, dude.
letters
Oh.
on top of
So
the
how far do
box.
the letters project?
I'm going to have to refer to my design. Usually it's 5, but it could be 4.
Says 5-inch
Oh, I
deep
see,
there, letter
okay.
5-inch deep
Yeah.
letter returns,
So,
that's
right
it.
there, they're
Okay.
individual letters.
Gotcha,
And how high are the letters are 1 foot, okay.
all right.
And
Now, the box is charcoal grayish or black?
it's Duronatic bronze.
Oh, it is bronze?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering why the letters are bronze. Okay,
And we're using that as the mounting for the background.
okay,
When we show the sign, we're showing the dimensions of the sign itself.
okay. Okay, does anybody have questions about that? I mean, the letters are only 12 inches, the logo's a little bigger.
And that module goes with their logo, their trade name. We're making those letters white too, background opaque. The small letters at the bottom,
Uh-huh,
It looks, is it lit?
that will be lit,
Okay.
only the letters will light.
Okay,
okay.
so it looks good. I like it.
Any
then if-
questions, anybody on that? Tony?
No?
And then if you go to
Right.
page 3 of 9, this again shows the storefront. This gives you the information on the size, based upon the code, what's allowed and then what's proposed.
Oh, same sign again, I'm sorry, all right, gotcha.
Or at, they're a little over 30 square feet, and what would be permitted would be 47 square feet.
Gotcha. All right,
Now, page 4 of 9, sign 1B, would be on the side of the building.
okay,
There's an identical module on the side
all right,
that Wachovia used, and we're proposing to reuse it, resurface it, and install an identical sign on the side.
okay. Same square footage and everything, too?
Yes,
Same, is the existing box the same size?
yes.
Okay.
I have to apologize to the board, or to the committee. My picture of the side of the building wasn't too good, so I had to use one from the Realtor's website.
Okay.
This side is actually bigger than the front. But again, we're giving you the data on the permitted sign size, et cetera.
Okay.
And we're at the same size as the front.
Very impressive.
Now, Matt, they have two frontages, so they're allowed two fronts, regardless of whether they're single entity or part of a bigger complex?
Yeah, they're okay because they're that corner right there.
Yeah, okay,
They face two streets.
yeah, all right. Okay, so that's just,
They are the building signs. They're the new signs, essentially.
all right.
If you go to page 6 of 9, this shows a sign face.
I'm sorry, this is on the drive-up?
Yeah, and the next page shows you the
Oh, okay.
drive-up building.
Gotcha.
The drive-up building has an existing sign cabinets that we are proposing to reface.
Okay,
So no new electrical, no new, it's new sign faces in the existing cabinets. It's L-shaped. There's a sign that faces traffic going westbound, and then there's a sign facing, or sort of catty-cornered to traffic going eastbound. You're looking at the sign facing the eastbound traffic, sorry. There are the dimensions as is, and then if you go to page 7 of 9, that shows you the dimensions of the building, the dimensions of the cabinet, and then we superimpose the new face into the cabinet.
and Wachovia had the same two faces?
I don't remember.
That's our understanding.
Huh, I don't remember the long one. Like, I don't know, do you guys remember this?
But this
But
would
there
be-
again, those both faces present themselves to separate roads.
Yes.
All right.
Any thought about giving us the rest of the sign in red,
The rest of the sign in red?
You mean the rest of
the rest of the top?
the top? Like the other two sides, what's happening on those? Is that what you mean?
We were leaving them as is. They're bronze.
Do they look good?
Yeah, they're in
good shape?
they were refurbished. They weren't looking good. In those pictures, they're not looking so good either. The contractor had to do some repairs on them.
But this begs the question, is burgundy part of National Pen's color branding?
Yes.
So why wouldn't you have done that on the main sign on the building, I guess?
We had a dark background, and we needed to have some contrast, and we couldn't put the burgundy letters on the Dornotic bronze background.
Well, you're refacing that, though. You didn't want to reface it in burgundy?
We are refacing it in burgundy.
On
No,
the drive-up, on the original, on the regular
wall
building?
sign above the entrance, that's going to be resurfaced in bronze?
Yeah,
right?
but that's an aluminum face that's put on there. That doesn't pass any light. It's not like
Oh.
a sign cabinet. It's just I call it a mounting module or a panel.
Okay, but you're not saying this burgundy passes light?
No, this is going to be opaque, because we understood that the
Right.
town
Mhm.
wanted
Yeah.
us to have opaque.
Non-illuminated.
Okay, but look, I'm no expert on signs, believe me.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
But I guess if you're refacing the two signs that are on the building, the first two you presented, I mean, burgundy aluminum is just as readily available as bronze, is it not? Well, not, maybe not
Yeah.
as
I guess
readily.
you're wondering for consistency why you wouldn't do the burgundy
That's my
background,
question.
Something, the customer, the bank, told me that there was something in their lease where they had to reuse the Dornotic bronze panel. And everybody going across that center has a Dornotic background.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
well, that would answer that question.
Okay,
I'll go with that.
I see.
I don't
Okay.
mind it because it's a
All right.
separate building.
Okay, all right. You okay with that?
Yeah, I think it would have been nicer if all the vans were made the same red.
Okay.
If they're repaired, that's fine.
Okay, and the letters, I'm sure we're okay on that.
There's a description of them. They're 8-inch, right?
Yeah, 8.5 for drive-up. So, excuse me, 6.5 for drive-up, 8.5 for the ATM. And page 8 of 9 shows the other side
Okay,
of the L-shaped sign. And page 9 of 9, again, shows the dimensions and shows then the face superimposed into the existing cabinet.
mm-hmm, gotcha. Okay,
That's only 9 foot clear under there. Surprised that we haven't had a whack on it.
Don't bring a tractor trailer, I guess.
That's the, I guess it's the same on both sides, but
that's a good point. All right.
are those all the signs? That's it, right?
That's it.
They're new.
So they're the four. It's really 2 new and 2 refaced.
Okay.
Cool.
And then these last sheets are just showing just key plans to show you where things are.
Yes,
It's like direct text drawings or something.
yes.
Okay. All right, do you guys have other questions?
Nope,
Okay, somebody want to make a motion then?
sure. In the matter of DRB 1030 National Penn Bank, I move that we accept the proposal as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yay.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, that brings us to agenda item number 2, which is DRB-10-33, and that's Wells Fargo at 599 East Lancaster Avenue in St. David's. Are the Wells Fargo folks here? No. All right, so we'll table that, and if they come in, we'll switch them back in. DRB-10-34, item number 3 is Customers First Bank at 153 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne.
Jim, I received a call yesterday. She requested to continue this until the October meeting.
Okay.
Is that, yeah, Customers First, is that New
That's
Century?
the Century, the current, or it used to be. Okay, so we'll hang on to that till next month.
Okay.
All right. Then agenda item number 4 is DRB-10-35, which is Cat Bradley Accessories, 503 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for a wall sign, and this is in Spread Eagle Village? Yes. Okay, or no, it's not called Spread Eagle Village.
It's called
Eagle Shop, what they
Shop
changed the
City.
name.
What's it-
Shop City.
That's right,
Yes.
okay.
I'm Lee Silverblank. I'm the owner of Fast Signs of Linwood. And I will be presenting this proposal for Cat Bradley.
Okay,
And I have 2 proposals today, so let me make sure I give you the right one.
all right.
I believe you have this in
Mhm.
your packets. And it's just a simple flat sign. It's printed on 3M vinyl with a matte laminate, and it's mounted on a material called Dye-Bond, and I have a sample of Dye-Bond here if you're interested in seeing it. It's a very impervious product. It's aluminum on a closed cell plastic
Okay.
core, and it's really, you know.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. What is it called, Dye
It's
Bond?
called Dye-Bond.
Okay.
Yes, and that's, I'm not sure whether we laminated that piece or not. I can,
Doesn't look like
I
it.
might be able to tell in a second. No, that's not
Yeah.
laminated.
Right.
But it will have a matte laminate, which gives it really no reflectivity, so it'll, be a very, very
Right.
non-reflective, I don't know how else to say it, finish. Very durable for outdoor use. That's the product that's frequently used for vehicle wraps.
Yeah.
So it's, it's a durable outdoor
Oh.
product.
Can I see that, Matt? The, not that one, that.
The only thing I have a problem with the dye bond is it's so thin, and I'm sure it doesn't need to be any thicker from a performance standpoint, but it's gonna look kind of,
Yeah,
It
if
is-
you were doing this on high-density foam, you could could you space it out and give it some shadow joint? Maybe project it?
or give it a border that
An
makes
inch
it
or
look like it has
two?
some depth.
Well, the border is intended to give it a look of a little bit of depth, but with a sign of this size, I'd be afraid if we stepped it out from the wall, the only way that I'd be comfortable stepping it out from the wall would be to put to back the entire piece with, let's say, plywood or something like that. If we were to use spacers, you know, you don't see any flex in this, but a piece that's 8 feet long,
Oh.
you would see some.
How are you gonna attach it to the wall?
Yeah, how do you attach it?
With
Mastic, I guess.
with adhesive as well as lead anchors, stainless hardware with finishing washers,
And how does that fasten
Yeah.
through the panel?
straight through the face.
And then you put the sign on top of that?
No, the entire, you have this next to the wall,
Right.
Yeah.
and there are lead anchors set into the wall.
Yeah, I understand all the
How do
backside.
you
What about the
cover
front
the
side?
attachments so we don't see them from the front?
They're blended in. This particular sign has white distress on it, and the fasteners are white,
Well, the sign code doesn't allow exposed fasteners.
really.
Yeah.
Well, what we could do then is we could, it won't be as strong, but we could put, we could use a construction adhesive to put a fastener on the back and go right into the same type of, well, in that case, we wouldn't go into a lead anchor. We would just use an adhesive, a construction adhesive, drill holes into the wall and use a construction adhesive
Yeah.
there. But I'm a little surprised because I see them everywhere.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Nothing's been done since the sign code's been in existence.
Haven't we had people come in and they've gone through the sign, but they put something
Yeah,
over
Bondo-
it?
they
So
Bondo 'em and-
bond over it, but it's
But
flush,
then
you
you
don't
have to put
see
the
it.
sign,
You'd have to put the
applique on
adhesive
top
on
after that.
afterwards.
But-
With this technology, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like,
But let me go back to your plywood deal. If you made a plywood backer that was, say, an inch smaller than the sign itself or something along those lines, you could
We-
attach that to the wall with the anchor bolts
Yes, we
and then
could,
glue this sign onto that.
we could do that, certainly. But my hesitance is plywood is plywood. And, you know, you get a very finite life out of a plywood sign.
Well,
that's-
medium density overlay.
Medium density overlay is a plywood type product. And
It's the end grain that gets you.
yeah, and this, you know, because of the way that it's cut, you will get, you know, if it's prepared properly, you should get 5 years out of it, but that's about it.
with a plywood sign.
Yeah,
And what do you get
seal
out
the
of
edge-
this?
I mean, just use heavy seal the edges.
with an exterior paint.
That's the only way to seal the plywood?
And
Yeah,
using
you know-
something like a synthetic wood like AZAC or something like that, is that differential movement problem or?
There might be, and AZAC also is prohibitively expensive for something
It's
like
not
this.
that big of a piece. though.
Well, let me throw it back in your court. I don't want to see a 1/16 of an inch deep sign on that building.
Okay.
Personally.
I agree. I think the graphics are nice, the
Yeah.
sign design and the
Sign looks
shape is
good.
lovely, but, and the colors, but I don't like, it's just so flimsy looking. I don't think it really, especially, yeah, I'd like to see something that looks like it has more.
Dimension.
Okay,
dimension
well,
to it, yeah.
if we can move this away from, will you approve it with a backing of, say, 3/4 of an inch?
Sure.
Mhm.
I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay,
sure
now,
everybody.
I have to figure out exactly how we're gonna back it. But we'll bring it away from the wall.
Because even if you
The
adhere to the
wall's not that
building,
flush, yeah.
yeah, even if you adhere to the buildings inherently move as well. It's stucco.
Sure,
So you're right in the sense that it's going to warp more if it's free air behind it as opposed to, but the building could potentially move and create a crease or something.
certainly. I think if we were to use a plywood backing on it or an MDO backing on it, I would like it to be the exact size of the sign to prevent things from, like, nesting insects
Oh, yeah.
from
sure.
getting behind it.
Yeah.
So I would like it to be the exact size of the sign. And this way we can, like Mr. Giardino was saying, we can, there won't be any exposed fasteners.
Okay, well, that'd be great.
Okay.
All
So
right.
that's, and.
It looks good. It's very nice looking.
Yeah, and it's, this particular client does not anticipate being in that space for very long. I know they're moving
Oh.
people all over,
Oh, okay.
but I'll talk to her in the morning about this modification. It's a small modification,
Okay,
and we'll take care of that.
all right, thank you. Okay, so do we have a motion then?
I'll move that DRB 10-35 for Cape Bradley Associates at 503 West Lancaster Avenue be approved for one wall sign with modification that the sign will be on a 3/4-inch backer.
Okay, is there a second?
I
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. And I have, I imagine
I figured that.
I'm the next for,
This looks familiar, yeah.
Okay, let me just double check and see if Wells Fargo didn't come in, they didn't come in. Okay. All right, so we will move on to fresh air then.
and there are some, couple of very significant modifications here which go right hand in hand with what we just discussed. Originally, we were planning on using the same material. The owner of this store has informed me just today that the Shops at Eagle Village is upgrading their signage, and they're leaning more towards, or they're encouraging their tenants to use dimensional signs. So this request originally was for a sign very similar to Cat Bradley.
See, great minds
However,
think alike.
she now wants to do the same dimensions, but on a high-density urethane,
Okay,
which
Oh, that'll look nice.
it will look very
So you
nice.
couldn't get Cat Bradley to go for that?
No,
Okay, just giving it a shot.
I'll try tomorrow. I will be speaking with her,
okay.
so I'll try, and
I mean, I can't imagine it's more cost, is it, the same?
Yeah,
No,
it's gotta be.
Yeah.
it's about 4 times as
Yeah.
much.
Okay,
It's, you know,
Because
this,
the one's just coming out of a printer and the other one's.
I get you.
right, this product, you know, it gets hand-painted with an automotive paint, you know, it goes through a routing process, and but it's a much nicer product.
Yeah,
In the end, and it's paid for. But they are requesting the same exact dimensions, and this is actually 2 signs here. The tower is visible from, let me see, the picture on the left, that I believe is visible, remotely visible from Lancaster Avenue. The picture on the right is visible from within the shopping center. And they have, each sign is 24 square feet. I believe their sign allowance is, I have it here, I think it was 50 square feet.
Looks nice.
Does
How
that,
tall are the F and the A?
That I do not know.
are they entitled to 2 signs there, I guess? I mean, they're on the interior of it, okay,
I think
There's
we've done
multiple,
that.
there's multiple frontages in there.
okay, all right.
And I believe on this location, you have the front where they, if you're looking at the screen to the right, and then as it goes around the corner there,
I
so.
understand.
Yeah, we've treated that parking lot like a street in the past.
if I just scale it, I'm guessing the F and the A are maybe 16 inches or something.
And then the other ones are small.
Then everything else
10.
is smaller, and
It
we've
looks,
allowed
it
that.
looks well proportioned.
Yeah,
It looks good.
That-
It's not, it's 15 height, 15 feet.
I don't have any
It's-
problem with it.
Right, that is their logo.
Yeah,
yep.
So,
yeah, it's good.
And they will be dimensional? I mean, I
Yes.
know the thickness of the phone, but the letters are out as well.
I believe these letters will be routed. I
Oh,
believe they'll
okay,
be,
inset.
they'll either be inset or,
Okay.
we haven't worked out that detail yet. They'll either be inset or it'll be sandblasted so
Okay.
that they're,
All right,
you know, they stick out. But I don't know that makes a whole lot of difference.
I don't have a strong feeling one way or the other.
That's
It
a
looks
nice sign.
nice,
Yeah.
it's a good look.
How are you going to attach that one to the wall?
That will be attached with studs in the back that are then, you know, the manufacturer gives us a template We mark the holes, we drill holes in the wall, stainless steel studs go in, they're not visible from the front, and then construction adhesive to just
Okay.
make sure it stays put.
Now, especially in the case of the first application, which we approved the sign for, you mentioned that maybe they're not gonna be there for, a terribly long period of time. At some point, they're gonna leave. And what happens when you peel the sign off with this construction adhesive and the stucco and everything?
We really, we don't go all over the place. We basically go where the studs are.
Okay, so it's just a couple of dabs,
Yeah.
basically?
I mean, I have had the unfortunate pleasure of removing some signs that they just went all
They don't
over
wanna
the
come
place.
down, right?
And it just makes a mess.
Yeah,
But
because patching the stucco can be quite a,
yes,
a mess.
yes, and it's really not necessary. You want to make those holes impervious to water.
Right.
And, get a little adhesive into the hole, and then they stay there.
Okay.
All right.
Looks good.
Okay, so do we have a motion then?
Sure. DRB 1035, Fresh Air. I move that we accept the signs as proposed and presented.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All in
Third.
favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye. Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much. Have a nice
All right,
night.
thank you.
So I don't need to say that what was presented here is a little different than what, should the motion
be part of
say
the
that?
motion?
Is that for Cat Bradley?
No,
No.
for Fresh Air, actually, there's a change in the material. Should that be included in the motion?
What was the change?
From, to MDF, I'm sorry, to, I know, high-density urethane, from the original proposal to HDU.
I'll put it in the letter I send out. Okay?
Thank you. Okay, great, thanks. Okay, still no Wells Fargo, so we're gonna go right to the bottom, which is DRB 10-36. This is for Zalantro at 103 North Wayne Avenue in Wayne for one wall sign. Good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
Good.
My name is Joel Solomon, and I'm here actually with my partner Luis Marine. We're both the owners of Cilantro, the first real, only authentic Mexican restaurant.
Tell
on
us
the
about
mainline.
it.
You should tell us
This
about
is
it. Everyone's
free
waiting.
advertising.
Well, and actually I'll let Luis come up here and talk to you as well. He owns a bunch of restaurants right now, Mexican restaurants. Food is just absolutely spectacular, and we basically decided to create sort of a little more upscale version of real, true, authentic Mexican food.
Great.
It's not what you would normally see at Chi-Chi's or Chili's. It's not Tex-Mex. It's all very authentic. And it's going to be a nice change for the main line. I mean, as a resident myself, there's just nothing on the main line that compares to what he has now in Bluebell, Chalfont, Horsham, and actually up in Salem, Massachusetts. So
Great.
we're very excited.
Same name, or?
No, they're actually different. They're going on, his other restaurants are under Serape, Los Serapes, El Serape, and he has a restaurant in Salem called Cilantro with a C. This one is Cilantro with an X, which actually is the Aztec spelling of the word cilantro, which is, as you know, the herb that we use in a lot of our Mexican cuisine. So anyway, I am not a sign expert. Although we did bring Brian Holt, who is our sign expert, who will design and be installing all this. So I will let him walk you through all the details on the sign, but we're looking forward to being part of the community. And
When do you think you'll open?
Yeah.
wish we could open tomorrow. We're knocking wood that we can get in November, end of October, beginning of November would really be great.
Have you started any, I walk by every day. You haven't started any construction inside yet, have you?
That's a different board that we have to deal with.
Oh, I know.
Just permitting.
We're getting a
basically.
little excited about it.
Yeah, no, I understand. We're very excited. We're
Yeah.
chomping at the bit. Frankly, we were hoping to be open by now.
Yeah.
Take advantage of the beautiful weather,
Yep.
people coming back to the area after vacation. Unfortunately, some of that's beyond our control, but we're doing everything we can. We have our plans ready to roll, and we're excited.
How
Very
many
excited.
seats are you gonna have?
I'm sorry?
How many seats?
I think we're 69 inside, and then, we're hoping somewhere in the ballpark of about 30 outside.
Oh, really? Yeah.
We have that big
I know.
patio.
It's great.
Which is fabulous. I think it's really just us and the pub, really, that have a dedicated cafe area. And it's just going to be, all weather, it really can be, really perfect place to sit outside. I mean, we do plan to have space heaters and when it's a little chilly, and we do have to plan to have a few other things out there to make people comfortable, whether they're inside or outside. So we're really excited. It's going to be a very unique restaurant for the main line. And
Great.
I think once people have a chance to try Luis's cuisine that we're bringing from some of his other restaurants, it's just going to bowl people over.
It's what we're missing.
It is absolutely what we are missing. It absolutely is. So, Brian, I thought you handled this. Thanks. I don't know if... To the left, okay. Yeah. I think you have this.
Mhm.
You probably also have the photo that we submitted for the outside of the building as well.
All right, everyone. Brian Holt with Pro Design Signs.
Hi.
And Brian?
Would you like me just to talk you through the construction of the sign first?
There's only one sign, right?
Correct,
That's
correct.
okay.
What we're planning on doing is fabricated stainless steel, 1 inch in depth, cilantro being 16 inch in height, tagline being non-illuminated FCOs, flat cutout letters. They would be made out of acrylic in essence. So that's going to be the tagline, non-illuminated. The 16-inch set is going to be backlit, some call it reverse LED or halo. And it's going to be a reverse lit with green LEDs, go for the whole color scheme. The X, as you see, which is the part of the logo, that is going to be 14.5 inches wide by 7.5 high. The total scale you can see. So the total width of from end to end would be 8.2 and a half. I'm sorry. And we're gonna we're staying in obviously within the square footage that we're allowed. It's basic backlit. I try to recommend, and I've done Luis's other location in Bluebell, did the same thing there. Fabricated stainless steel, I always recommend me personally, instead of going more than 2 inches, there's no need. 2 inches, it becomes to look like that channel letter effect, a little gaudy. It's a very classy, tasteful, elegant look. Very in my opinion, I didn't do the design. Very sharp, innovative layout. I think it'll really add some, not that you guys need any class, but add another aspect of class to the main line already. But I think it's a really sharp design, and I think as far as the construction goes and how the appearance is, it'll be just perfect. Not too much, and again, without being redundant. I think the color scheme, the logo, and how it's going to be constructed is going to be very tasteful, and subtle.
Let me just ask one thing.
Sure.
Am I seeing any stainless steel, or is it just stainless for weather protection? It's
They
covered
will-
in vinyl?
No, it's not going to be covered in vinyl. It's going to only be backlit. So it'll be actually painted, baked in enamel paint in the fabricated stainless steel letters in the 16-inch set.
Boy, I
Okay,
must,
so it won't look like.
letters are colored.
The letters are colored, but you're
The
telling
letters
me
are colored,
for
yes.
durability and other reasons to use the
Exactly. So
stainless steel.
instead of a natural satin finish.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Okay.
what you're gonna see is that those color schemes are only gonna be able to see at night. At
Right.
nighttime, you're just gonna have the.
Okay.
But we don't see any stainless color like the color
No,
steel.
No.
that's what's right.
So at night, I'm
That's
sorry,
what's
at night it's
misleading.
gonna be just backlit or something like that?
Backlit, so you're just gonna see
Okay.
the shadows.
The
Backlit
shadow
with a
color.
greenish,
Silhouette.
Yeah.
a greenish hue, like.
Do those
Yeah,
LEDs give you enough bounce off the brick?
They will, and especially that's another reason why I recommend the inch depth compared to the 2-inch depth. These are, high output but energy efficient
Okay.
LEDs as well.
Right.
And then they're also going to be on inch standoffs as well.
Okay.
Is the logo gonna be backlit, or?
The logo, the X will be backlit as well as cilantro. So obviously you're going to see that tagline clear during the day. At nighttime, it's just going to be cilantro with the X, which is another thing I recommend. And me and Luis at the Bluebell location, we're going back and forth of, at first we were talking about, do we want to, I think it's authentic Mexican cuisine at his other location. After a while, especially in town, all this passerby buyers, traffic, everyone sees that during the day, knows what it is. At night, after a while, you're making a nice bold statement, cilantro. X, that's really all needed to be said. And that kind of keeps it less gaudy as well, too.
Yeah.
When you have taglines become, and we are going back and forth on this, especially in a new neighborhood where he and Joel want to be known and want people to distinguish what they are and what they serve. But sometimes when you got the smaller letters with backlit application, it gets lost in that light. Sometimes it does you more harm than good, you know?
Are there gonna be any lights by the front door? I think they kinda have to be, don't they?
Yeah, the architects and Luis and Joel from Marcy Design are still going over exactly some other ways within the guidelines of how they could accomplish that, I'm sorry.
It's a nice sign.
You didn't say anything about green light. You were just saying that with the light, you'll see a hint of.
LEDs are.
The
Oh,
LED
they
color,
are
it
green.
is green, yeah. But it's not, and I wish I could have some kind of sample for it, but that's not really feasible. But I mean, well, I guess it could be feasible, but that'd be a traveling show. But it's a nice subtle green LED. It's not this, I don't know, an analogy I can give. Maybe it's not it's a very contemporary, colorful green. It's not this circus type green. I don't know a good analogy.
Are you
for it.
talking about the face green, or are you talking about the
No, I'm talking about the actual LEDs
LED
themselves for the
lights,
reverse lit
project-
application.
because that becomes diffused and kind of
Yes, exactly.
blown out against the brick.
Exactly.
It'll be softened.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Easy to paint.
It'll be a nice subtle look.
Good.
I think it's very nice looking.
Yeah.
I know that there's a restaurant across the street that hasn't opened, but they have a big X in the middle of theirs. I know we approved 16 inches for that. I mean, it's in my notes. I don't know how big their letters are, but
Right, I was thinking the same thing, the X and the R. If you kind of, again, average.
yeah. And that sign has a big panel, the one to which I'm referring, you know?
Mhm.
They have a big panel with a big X in it. We said 16 inches was allowed on that.
We actually scaled this down pretty dramatically from its original concept.
good.
You know, obviously to stay within your parameters, but also just to, you know, so it doesn't take away from,
Right.
It's a nice building, and it looks nice over the door.
Yeah,
It fits right in there.
it'll look very nice.
All right.
Okay.
Any questions you have?
Guys, question?
Looks good.
I like it.
All right.
Thank you.
Do we have any motion then?
Does anybody else want to make a motion?
DRB 1036 in Cilantro, 103 North Wayne Avenue, Wayne, PA. Approved as submitted.
Do we
Second.
have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Thank you. Thanks. Good
Matt,
luck,
what's
too.
this? Matt,
Can't wait.
Matt,
Oh, you will.
Yeah.
My office is like 3 doors up.
Good luck, guys.
That's why, every day I'm like, anything going on?
All right, see ya.
What's the matter out there? What- I thought we had,
I guess we're not gonna have any more visitors
I thought there was
tonight.
going to be
Okay.
public comment.
Well, he came, but he's gone, so. Okay, so no Wells Fargo, no customers first. So I think that's everything. Do we have any more business before the board?
Motion to adjourn.
All in
Do I
favor?
Second?
Okay, thank you.